Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be talking about chown, fchown, and lchown functions in Unix platform. The chown and fchown functions used to change the user ID and group ID of files. So in Unix platform, whenever you are creating any file, that file will be associated with a user ID, meaning that specify which is the user of this particular file. So if you want to change that user ID or could be a group ID, then we can go with chown and fchown functions. There is one more function called lchown, which is used to change the ownership of symbolic link files. So if you want to change the ownership of any symbolic link file, then you have to use lchown. So to use these three functions, there is a standard prototype. Okay, we'll see what is a prototype of these three functions. To use this chown, fchown, and lchown, you have to include the necessary header files in your program. What is that? That is #include unistd.h and also sys/types.h. First, we'll see the prototype of chown. The return type of chown is int because on success, it returns 0, otherwise -1. If the ownership is successfully changed, then it returns 0, otherwise -1. So to change the ownership of any file, the chown requires 3 arguments. The first argument is path name, where you have to mention the path name of your file. The second argument is UID, that is user ID, which actually specifies the new user ID that has to be assigned to a file. The third argument is GID. The GID specifies the new group ID that has to be assigned to a file. This is a prototype of chown. Now we'll see the prototype of fchown. The only difference between the chown and fchown is the first argument, where in the chown we mention the path name, but in the fchown we mention file descriptor. We all know that each file will have a file descriptor value. So where you have to mention that file descriptor value for this fchown to change the ownership. And third argument is GID and second argument is UID. This is new one, new UID and new GID you have to mention for the fchown. The third prototype is, for lchown. This lchown is actually changed the ownership of symbolic link file. The syntax of chown and fchown remains same, but the only difference here is the chown is used to change the ownership of a regular file, but lchown is used to change the ownership of symbolic link file. Okay, other arguments remains same. Thank you.